notice of baggage inspection, which on one hand is nice that they told me. I wonder what they thought about the butt plug.
Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to swap your prison bars for emotional scars in another episode of Love After Lockup. In today's show, Willie is getting spicy.
2 days from now, you're not going to want to touch any of the surfaces in here.
Julius is getting sweet.
Did you use protection?
Nah.
Ashley is getting sour.
I'm really hoping that Julius gets act together.
Brooke is getting fruity.
This is not really, ideal.
And Demetric is getting vegetably.
That sounds great.
All this and more right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
I'm moving on. It's a new beginning.
A fine day, bonne journée, and einen schönen Tag für dich to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and an Edwin the Duck to the lords and the ladies of Lukan Manor. First up is a trip to Awkwardsville to catch up with Willie as he has dinner with Courtney's mom. Previously, in case you miss it, he decided to flash his sparkly bits at the mother, to a very flat reaction. So, Karen here is busy grilling poor old Willie, like it's some sort of important job interview. I can just imagine the final question. And do you have any questions for us? Yeah, where do you get off thinking that you can vet this guy as if he might not be good enough for dating your daughter? Let's just weigh up the two, shall we? He's a hardworking, intelligent, not, emotionally intelligent, clearly. He's got a solid job with a decent wage, nice car. And, what about old Princess Courtney then? What's she bringing to the table of joy?
Growing up, she was very smart. She was a straight A student. But Courtney has a curiosity problem.
Curiosity problem, yes, I see. First of all, no prizes for guessing where her sense of entitlement and grandeur came from. Old mother enabling pants over there. Curiosity problem, my arse. I'd say a curiosity problem would be if you were to look down a barrel of a rifle and wonder why it's not going off. But no, she's got a dose of the old curiosities. I'd say her problem is the old couldn't bloody well behave herself if she tried problem. For my 2 cents, this dopey idiot should be grilling her. Yeah, and tell me why I'm giving a shit again? So, dinner is nearly over and Willie has managed not to say anything weird about his furry fascination. Good job, you.
Want to go up to our room?
Yeah.
Rooms?
Rooms? Separate rooms?
Not awkward at all, but, maybe he was testing out the water.
Want to go up to our room?
Yeah.
The old classic line of, so, shall we go to your room? Oh, silly me. That slippery tongue of mine. But Mum, who's dustier than a weekend at the Addams family mansion, imagine if she wanted to proposition him. You want my daughter? I need the bat smashing out my belfry, so, quid pro quo. And I think a quid is a bit generous. Maybe she's even checking his pulse as they arrive at their doors. Wheelie bag thing in hand. Their eyes connect over the swipey keycard things. Maybe she wants to be in bed by 9 and back in her room by 10.
What time are we going to get up in the morning?
See, and now she's using the term we. What time shall we get up? Well, how about I give you a nudge in the morning, darling? And we go from Awkwardsville to what the hellsville, as Willie is unpacking his bag. Probably, normal, techie, nerdy type stuff. Calculator, set of Encyclopedia Britannica. And of course,
I wonder what they thought about the butt plug.
delightful, yes. Lovely. And of course, some of this.
Courtney and I have definitely talked about the first time that we'll have sex. They almost definitely found the shibari ropes.
Well, if you aren't sure what a Subari rope is, it's just basically a soft rope. It's fun how we give things exotic names so it sounds less pervy. The Kama Sutra, for example. Ooh, Kama Sutra sounds all mystical and wisdomy. It's totally not just a guide to the bedroom gymnastics and girlfriend origami.
I've never used shibari ropes. It's something I always thought was super sexy.
So he's just going to sort of break out the rope and hope for the best, is he? Maybe he's planning to figure out all that knot-tying business as he goes. Got to say, it's not exactly sheep shack for beginners right there. I personally wouldn't be able to tell if someone was giving me a right good double overhand or a heaving line knot. But surely he kind of needs to look that stuff up before trying it out.
A fun way for us to bond over something new in the bedroom that neither of us have experience in.
I mean, that Suburi does look quite complicated to me. Don't think you can just wing it. And I think the key to the whole rope thing is that one of you kind of knows what you're doing and would sort of dominate. Not just sort of have a go, chuck a couple of bows here and there. Nothing says spontaneous than having to break out a bit of old Google halfway through. Or what if he's successful tying her up? Do we trust this man to be able to get her out again? Think about these smart guys. They use their big brain powers to read the situation, has clearly listened keenly to Courtney's wants and needs, and has prepared a totally measured and appropriate evening of love and pleasure.
I don't know, I just don't want to, put any pressure on it.
Yeah, I picked a good one. That's gonna go crazy.
Ah, the old, I'm normally a total non-routine. Of course, it's nice that the girls get their no-sex excuses in early. It really saves it all that disappointed, doughy puppy thing that some men do when they get all sulky about not getting in your pants. But Willie's not quite there yet. She's shown him a sniff of interest, and his brain went straight for the, well, I better tie to that bed and stick a plug up her ass then. Good job. And while we sanitize our senses, we take a shot at Ashley, Julius, and Alexis. And Julius and Alexis are in bed following the night before.
It was amazing.
Facts.
Oh yeah, sorry, excuse me while I try and park this conversation between you and your phone. Put your damn phone down, mister. As I said to one of the beautiful people last week, I have no idea what his appeal is. He's just about coherent most of the time.
Oh, you had fun last night?
So apart from impregnating people, what does he actually do?
6 years protection?
Nah.
He's hardly likely to set your world on fire with his glorious bedside chat, is he?
Facts.
Something which Alexis is currently discovering.
It's been 6 years since I've been with a woman, so, you know what I'm saying? It was...
Brief, probably. So, what are the pictures that Ashley has sent him? Well, he got them, but they just don't quite do it for him. Or like me. Or, most of the people in the comments last week.
Ashley, she was sending me pictures in, lingerie and like that. She looked alright, and Alexis looked better.
Over at the hotel, and Ashley has decided to put the room to good use and had a girly night with a bit of booze and giggles. Apparently, this is Ashley, but, who really knows? They could have totally recast her and I wouldn't have noticed because she looks so different in every damn shot. But hey, maybe I'm being hard on young Julius. Maybe it's difficult being in his position.
What else can I do?
I don't know, maybe telling the truth might be an idea. Meanwhile, with Brooke, who only wears one t-shirt, and JK, and it's time for some seduction lockup style, oh yes. And which woman wouldn't want to share her bedroom bonanzas with a commode and some backup tenor ladies? Pff, these high-maintenance city folk.
We finally get alone time, and then you're sitting here complaining about,
The piss buckets, the heart monitors maybe? Or perhaps the weird tubes that you don't want to know where they've been? And what about the smell? You know there's going to be some underlying funk wafting around in there, don't you?
What?
kind of gonna have to work.
This is not really, ideal.
And he's all like, don't spoil the moment. The moment, yes, sure. Just look at this. I mean, just look at that. The only moments that have happened in this room are probably aided by a dose of laxatives. Let's check in now with Rihanna and Demo Dick the groomer. And today, Demo Dick is grooming is showing us how to do employment. You find yourself on your way to your interview and you're not quite sure what to do? Well, don't worry. Demo Dick here is here to give you a masterclass in employment. Step 1. Always wear a pair of glasses. You'll sound much more intelligent.
I've worked at warehouses most of my life.
Okay.
Matter of fact, right after college.
Yeah, college went well then. Step 2. Don't worry about switching off your phone. Impress your potential employer with a selection of your friends calling you.
That's my baby mama calling me.
Okay.
Step 3. Don't be too enthusiastic. Let them think you've got better offers.
That sounds great.
Step 4. Don't forget to put on your good grey joggers and t-shirt. So, if you follow these steps, then you'll be swatting those jobs away with your big fat paycheck. Good job. Quick observation. How comes you got a child seat in the car? But I'm sure it'll all be fine because Demo Dick has his mind on the woman he truly loves.
Do you love Jamaica?
I'm moving on. It's a new beginning.
Over in Boys and the Boys Are Back, it's Joey and Michael. And today they're off to lunch, and to try and not be so boring. So they go for omelettes, probably one of the most boring foods known to man.
I will have a meat lover's omelet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the meat lover's omelet too.
Can you imagine the waitress going back to the kitchen to shout out the order? Couple of meat lovers, table 2. Hey now, Doris, we've spoken about this. You can't call the homosexuals names anymore, And then the food arrives. But how come they look totally different, even though they clearly ordered the same thing? Strange. So, what will happen next? Will Willie tie his lady in knots? Will Julius sort out his third wheel issue? Will Demo Dick set the world of commerce on fire? Well, you'll have to wait until our next episode coming tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching and doing all your commenting. I really appreciate you.
So if you enjoy what I do, then please do like, subscribe, and try one of these delightful offerings. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our flag.